We're live now. Woo! We have 5 minutes to go. Fun stuff.
I'm so excited. I want to see if I can pull up the live stream.
Ah, share that. This is what I use for my playlist.
So I should go to you. Aha, live.
Yeah.
Oh, currently I'm on my phone. What do you know? I'm dead. Oh my word.
Isn't it fun listening to the loop of it? It's great. I could probably move this over a tad bit more. Wait for it. Maybe a bit more. Nice. Welcome to the studio. I like this corner. I never usually am able to have a corner because there's so many people. I like this corner. This is nice. And where all this is, which is good.
I'm sending the link to my parents because I'm sure they will be thrilled. Oh, that is such a fun. That's
It's
so
a good-
cool.
it's a good
that's like
thumbnail.
what it starts with.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you like told me rather than just being like so ingrained.
Right, yeah.
People be like, oh.
I didn't realize the first time, like the one with I think it was the one with groundwater.
Oh, is that the one you started with?
Yeah, and I was like, I was doing this. It was like smile for a thumbnail. I was like, what? And then I was like, and then it took a picture.
I don't know what's going on.
And I was like, oh, I would have called the band in here, but I
Let's
forgot.
go live stream because English.
Why is it so quiet? Oh, I turned the speakers all the way down, so a little over 2 minutes. And then we get crack-a-lackin'.
Oh my word, I actually just wrote lifetime instead of lifetime. Actually, for the record, I wrote lifetime and it was being mean and autocorrected.
I don't expect you to be an illiterate kind of person. Of course. I wonder how many people are listening right now. We got some time to check. Seven people, not bad. Typically, my last year used to start with like 2.
I know. I remember, I think at that like peak, there were like 7 or 10, and I know half of them were your family.
Yeah.
And the other half was mine.
Right.
And then like one person popped on, they were like, hey, and then they're like, hi, and then they left, and we're like,
oh well. All right, we got 1 minute left. You excited?
oh, I'm pumped. I'm so excited.
I'm okay.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
Smile and then do some sort of fun movement or something.
Hopefully that was good enough.
This is perfect. Oh my word.
Alright, 30 seconds. You're on mic 4. Got it. Battery is up. Tractor A and B are up. Alright. 15 seconds.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
I think these are my headphones.
Either one will work. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Starting up live from A306.exe. Installing. Host dexterzile.hunn.
We're getting there.
Initiating show start.
Live from inside room A306, the Berkeley Internet Radio Network studio, I am your host, Dexter Zile, here with my lovely friend, Lizzie Zink.
Hey, what's up?
And she's going to be playing some amazing music for you today that she wrote all by herself. Very good job. Also, we got some great originals playing for you during this set list. Don't leave. You're going to want to stay here and listen to Lizzie. Interviews coming up right after this music break. Stick it here. Not bad. Tractor A is ready to go. Yeah, we're good. Cool, you're chill.
Yay! I love your new intro.
Yeah?
That's so fun.
I used to play that when I first started it, and then the second semester I was like, nah, it's not cool enough. And then
Really?
I was like,
Oh,
yeah.
I think it's perfect.
Bring it back,
It's like,
so.
it's retro.
Mm-hmm. It fits with the whole vibe
Oh,
of
it
the show.
totally does. That's so
Oh,
cool.
that's a little loud. Do 24 karat magic in the air. The people I'm playing after this are Berkeley kids, and they're like really like the song is so
I think I've heard this.
well produced. Vertical V8.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because I listened. I got on. Have you played this one before? Yes. Then I think I heard it the last time.
I love it so much. I play it all
I'm
the
trying to
time.
think how many. What week was that? I can't remember what week that was, but I went on and listened to it.
I mean, probably. I play this one like at least every other week.
Then it was probably. Was either the first or second week of school then?
Yeah, I would imagine. Because a friend of mine a while ago, who's a producer here, he produced it for them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's like, it's amazingly produced, and I'm like, dang, just does such a good job. I was like, I wish I could produce something like that.
Someday. That's why you're here.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Technically not allowed to have that word on here, but which I don't understand why I'm not allowed, because I just heard some like song on here say not only, you know, the B word and A word and S word, but then the N word on top of it. And I'm like, well, that song doesn't sound like it's allowed on the radio. But yet it was on.
Nice. Okay.
So I think there's a little bit of leniency.
You're like, there's some leeway.
Good job.
Yeah. What are you? What is what's technically?
Well, anything radio friendly needs to not have like any swear words. It should be like PG.
Interesting.
But like I've noticed that there's songs, because I listen to the Burn sometimes, because they actually have really good music on it.
Oh
But
no, totally.
I listen to it sometimes, and there's songs on there that aren't very PG.
There's definitely some.
We break it down. Like,
Oh, one of my. Oh, I see never left my side.
and red.
Oh, and red.
I never knew that. Oh, hey, while you're over here, let me move this over a bit so people can see you. Oh, never mind. I guess you're just gonna be blocked out. Wait for it. There we go. Perfect.
I'm a window of opportunity.
Speak now or forever hold your peace. We have a total of 0 people watching us. Good job.
Yeah, let's go team.
So I want this to go on the 3rd magic. I was testing how I want this to fade in. There we go.
Tough love, rocking underneath the covers, baby. Doctor, looks
So
like
good.
I'ma need another one. Oh, but have you
Yes,
seen
I definitely did hear this one.
So good.
Because I remember liking the arrangement when they added the little guitar, and I was like, oh, that's nice.
The vocoder too, like near the end.
I'll
It's
be
just so
ready by 10. But that's not how the story
good. I've had this dry cough for so long, and it's so annoying.
It's been brutal.
Yeah?
I feel like every few weeks, something new was coming up. So I was sick, I think it was 2 weeks ago. Oh, it was terrible. She's like, why?
Right.
I went to the doctor and they're like, yeah, so you're really contagious. I didn't have strep, but they were like, you have some other like bacterial infection and you can't go to school for the next like the rest of the week.
Oh my
I was
gosh.
like, are you kidding? I was like, I can't miss school.
Right, yeah.
They were like, no, because you're really contagious. I felt like crap, but I would have still gone to class.
Right.
I've gone to class feeling worse, but not been contagious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was funny. It was good. It ended up being fine. I got caught up, but being sick it just sucks.
Bad. I mean, I was sick for a total of like a day, and I hated it. I can't imagine it being any longer than that.
It was nice. This is probably the shortest I've been sick. Because it was like, I got sick, I went to the doctor, like a day and a half later. I went as soon as I could.
Right.
And then I was like pretty good by that Sunday probably. So I mean like that's not bad.
Not terrible.
But earlier this week, I could not stop sleeping. Like I just had to keep taking naps and I woke up yesterday and I was like, it's coming.
No,
I
no.
was like, no. So I've been tanking on water and vitamin C. And napping.
Right.
I've been like, I was steaming. I steamed like 3 or 4 times today just to try to get everything out because I was like, no.
No,
It's
not doing
like,
this again.
This is not okay. Like, people, stop being sick.
Right, exactly. Stop giving me your sickness. I don't want
And I
this.
think I got my first one from my teacher, actually, because he came to class and he's like, guys, I'm kind of sick, but since I was sick last week and couldn't come, I just decided to come. And I'm like, okay, great. And I sat in the front row. And then a couple days later, I'm like, oh no. I was like,
No.
this is the same thing. I think this is what he has.
Teachers
Because it was like
don't
the
come to school.
cough and
Right.
the super stuffy. I was like, no.
Nice.
Oh, that was smooth, man.
I always try. Sometimes it doesn't work out the way I want it to, and it's like,
that was smooth.
what was it? The other day, I have a friend who does a show here called the Electric Odyssey. But like,
It feels still good.
he wants to do EPD. Well, he's in EPD now. He wants to do it, and like, he bought. Like, well, I don't think he bought it. I think he just had the physical tractor controller. So like, this, but as a
But
controller.
as a controller.
And
Whoa.
oh my god, his were so good. Like, as I was
You
listening,
can do so much
I
doing
had-
it
yeah.
manually like that.
I had
That's
I
awesome.
had no idea like he was going to another one, like to another song. It was amazing. There we go. It was so good though, and I was like, that's goals right there. Ah, seems need a fancy. What's the fancy
What's the fancy?
He has a fancy on his neck.
No, I don't.
Come on. Whatever. I feel like when I put this song title on, I'll be like, oh, okay, that's fine. It is. No one knows about Candy, which is sad. Because I was like, he released it originally.
I
only
was gonna say, I don't think I know that. I don't think
That
I know that
had-
EP.
Well, I mean, aside from Seeing Stars, it had everything from Dopamine.
Oh,
like-
okay.
like all the
So
popular
it's-
stuff?
Yeah.
That's what.
Oh,
it was.
okay. Got
Except Seeing Stars, and I was like,
it. You're like,
that was a good
bro.
one. Why did you take it away? And then he came out with a single for it, and then just used that. I was like, just call it Candy, dude. Why don't you just release Candy? And he was like, I don't know. I didn't talk to him.
I like they're like it wasn't firsthand, but
I feel like I was there. This is just a short song.
is it over?
Yeah.
I mean, it's awesome, but that was.
It creeps in there. I had to, in my production analysis class, I had to listen to this and analyze it,
Oh, no way.
like production wise. And that was interesting because we had to say like what comes in and then what's the feel once this thing comes in. And then we're like, okay, horns came in now. And then there's also added reverb on top of it. So like you had to not only do the instrumentation, but then the effects that they added
Oh,
onto
man, that's
it.
a lot.
And then we also had to do Charlie Puth, How Long?
Oh, wow.
Oh no,
Yeah.
such a bop.
That's such a good song.
That was fun too. That was our homework. I always love telling people, like, you know, I have a friend who does physics. He goes to college for physics.
No way.
Yeah. Oh, unfortunately.
Yikes, yeah.
I had this graphic calculator that I got from my SATs. And then when I went to go take the SATs, I forgot the calculator.
No.
Yeah, no joke. I forgot it.
Are you serious?
I forgot it. And they're like, well, we can give you one. I'm like,
You're like, but I bought one.
I bought one.
The point is not, I mean, yes, thank you. The point was that I bought one for this and I left it.
I felt so dumb.
That is so unfortunate.
But that was like the only reason why I bought it. And so I was like, I'm going to Berkeley College of Music. I'm not really gonna need this. He was like, here, you can have it. He was like, oh my god, thank you.
Thanks, man.
And then I asked him the other day, I was like, so do you even still use that thing? He's like, oh, I use that thing every day. He's like, it's not. I asked him, I was like, do you even use it? He's like, not only do I use it, it is thriving. And I'm like, oh,
Thriving.
good.
It's so cute. Man, I've been writing a lot in E flat and B flat lately.
Oh my god, I was writing E flat.
E flat is beautiful.
It's such a great key. That, and it's also easy to play on marimba.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because it's just da 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 da. You got the like, well, A flat's easy too because it's 2 2.
Because it's just the.
Yeah, 2 1 2 2 2. That's how I think.
It's so
it's
different to think about it.
Yeah.
Is thinking it like
going up and then down.
You know, if you're going up. Oh man.
Yeah, that's typically how I think of it. This is 1966 now. I think Happy is after this. Yeah, and then we have your interview.
Dun, dun,
Are there any
dun.
questions you don't want me to ask?
Is there anything that I should be prepared for? I like that. Ooh.
That worked a lot better than I thought it would. No lie. No idea what happened to the left guy. He just decided. There he goes.
It's like, I'm taking a very short power nap.
It's just let me.
Me.
Let me calm down here for a second, right? I gotta work day and night. Rest for 1 second. We'll get mad at you.
Do you guys play stuff overnight? Really?
There are people who, there's not any ever since I've been here, but, like, they will do a show. You can do it. And it's funny because people ask me, they're like, so when does the studio close? I was like, it doesn't.
Wow.
They're like, what do you mean? If you wanted a show at 4 in the morning, you can have
Theoretically.
you can have a show at 4 in the morning. You know, Tony, who's in charge of all this, he will contact public safety and say that your ID will work in 921 between an hour before and an hour after.
Oh, that's nice.
So
if you
get
forget
it?
something, you're like, oh crap.
Yeah. I can't believe I can't figure out what I'm trying to do here. For the interview, use mic 3.
Oh. Do you want me standing here? Do you want me standing by the piano? Or do you want me sitting here?
That's up to you. I feel like you can go there when you want to perform. And watch just tell me to breathe.
Take a break. You should breathe.
Exactly. Okay, how do you not know this song? This is like one of the most popular songs out right now. I want you to be happier. That one.
Have you seen the music video?
I've not.
Oh,
Is it good?
it's amazing. It made me cry.
Really?
I'm not ashamed to say it because there was a dog in it.
Aw.
I was also having a pretty rough day and I missed my dog, so that probably didn't make it any better. But
Right. I mean, is it just... I guess it is technically Bastille, but it's not...
I think it's featuring.
It's Marshmallow and Bastille, is it not?
It should be.
Well, I guess I'll just go with him and then just... do that. Yeah, that works. I don't know why it's not
What?
saying both, but whatever. No, wait, that's not the other
Yeah.
I'm going that way back.
You played this last time I was on. It's a great. I mean,
It is a
because
good
it's
one.
good.
It is.
It makes sense.
I did play it last time we were on, huh?
I know it's really random, but I just specifically remember that
Okay.
because I was like, oh wow.
I want you to be happier. I want you to be happier. I wonder if anyone has said anything.
Oh yeah, chat.
Aaron Zink said, "Hey, you rock, Lizzie."
Aww.
I
Dad,
always
if you're
forget.
watching, love you lots.
I always forget to turn on the chat. I'm like, oh, no one's talking. Wait a minute. Oh, holy crap, meters. Meters were like, yep, no, can't take that. They were just like,
Like, hold up for a second.
perfect.
Have to leave.
Alright, you get to choose here. Do you know 80s movies?
Ish.
So, I have Clue, The Blues Brothers, Breakfast Club, Goonies, Stand By Me, Scarface, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, they're all here, History of the World, Better Off Dead, and then Back to the Future.
Oh gosh. I think I'm probably gonna have to go with Back to the Future.
Back to the Future? It's a good one. It's a good one.
I love Back to the Future.
Oh yeah, I've made my own battery noises. I remember last time I didn't use battery, but yeah, I made my own
Really?
noises. Yeah,
Oh,
you'll hear
that's
them.
awesome.
They're cool.
Oh, I'm so excited.
We've got a minute still, so
Oh.
yeah. Sorry.
Anything that I should know?
Honestly, I have no idea what
Not
I'm
to
gonna
be
ask you.
stupid. Okay.
I have no
Alright.
idea what I'm gonna ask you.
We'll just talk like we normally do.
Right,
I would say
exactly.
that's the thing. It's not gonna be.
Yeah.
It's not that difficult.
No, not at all. I just next week I'll have someone on that I've never met them before. I know, right? It's finally getting official. I finally am gonna have someone on who I have no idea.
That's awesome.
They
Was it
just,
someone who submitted?
Yeah.
Or,
yeah. So like
hey.
first time, and then week after that again, someone who I don't know. So this will be
good.
interesting because I won't know what to ask. Because typically I know the person. I'm like, all right, I can.
Yeah, you're like,
kinda
I
gauge
can
the
ask
task.
about, I mean, you can do the at least to get into things, do the typical Berkeley thing, like, yo, where are you from?
Right,
What's
exactly.
your major? How far along are you? What are
She's
some
like-
of your life goals?
She's what was it, like 7th
Oh,
semester?
so she's getting close.
And she's already signed the Red Bull Records.
That's so exciting.
Mhm.
Who is it?
Her name is Nina. She does a lot of marketing and stuff too.
Okay.
with them.
Geez, I don't know her. That's
Back to the
awesome.
Future is what we're doing.
Hey, Doc, we better back up. We don't have enough road to get up to 88.
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
You're listening to The Burn, live from A306.
Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Dexter Zyle, and you are not. I'm here with my lovely guest star, Lizzie Zink.
Hello, everybody.
I forgot to set up the background noise here, so if you give me a second, I was way too focused on those songs, they were really bumping. I decided to play some more happier. That's not in reference to the last song, I swear. But I decided to play some happier stuff and get the mood really a-going. So give me a quick second. We'll get to what I'm trying to do here. Hold on, just about. There we go. Okay, perfect. All right. So anyway, I'm your host Dexter Zile, and you are not here with Lizzie Zink. Lizzie, you want to say hi?
Hey, what's going on?
So this is your second time on the
It
show.
is. It's been about a year.
Yeah, it has.
So happy to be back. Thanks for having me.
For those of you who don't know, which is probably all of you, excluding my parents, shout out to mom and dad. But Lizzie was on this show a year ago, back when it was still in its early development, its baby stages. It was nothing like it is now. Nothing is cool or developed. But it was definitely on its way. And Lizzie was actually my first person in here playing for me, and
That's
she's
crazy.
back. I know, I can't wait to. I've played Lizzie on the show a couple of times. I've talked about her before on this show this semester, with the EP that she came out with when she was younger. She calls it her baby album.
Yeah, I was so young. I was like 15 recording most of the vocals for that album.
Right.
And considering that I'm turning 20 later this month, my voice has changed
A little bit.
after, I don't know, formal vocal training.
Yeah.
Kind of helps. But that album is so dear to my heart because it was my first little production,
Right.
you know? And I feel like it still holds true to who I am as an artist. It's just I'm advancing.
Right,
I'm
exactly.
evolving. I'm writing with new instrumentation. I mean, I'm older, so I'm writing slightly different subject matter,
Yeah.
but it's all good.
Basically like the same thing. But anyway, getting onto that topic, we sort of just transitioned very nicely there. I got a couple of questions that I want to ask you, and you probably have a couple of answers, which is great.
What? Answers? Me?
So anyway, first thing that I want to know is, where do you want to go with, what's your plan? You know, a lot of people when they come here don't really have a plan. So if you don't have a plan, that's fine. But then, you know, most people do. But I'm just curious to know, like, do you have a plan, or you just sort
I
of
do.
winging
I
it?
have lots of different ideas. It's interesting. I had to, you know, the professional development seminar that Berkeley offers.
Yes.
It's a course that we're all required to take. And we had to write out our goals for 1 to 2 years, 5 years, and then 10 to 15 years.
Oh my gosh.
And that was really sobering because I realized I had ideas, but I had no idea what I actually wanted to accomplish within that time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting you mentioned that because I've actually thought about it a lot recently.
Awesome, good stuff.
So it's good. As a CWP major, contemporary and production, for those of you listening who are not Berkeley goers,
Berkeley, yeah.
it is heavily arranging and production based, and I very much enjoy it. I do a lot of songwriting and will always do that, but arranging is something that I would like to take and do further. I'd like to specialize in arranging for rhythm sections, horns, and strings for like artists in the pop, rock, alternative genre, because I think a lot can be offered. A lot of horns and strings lend themselves really well to that. And I feel like not everybody uses. I'm like, well, why not?
Right.
Let's change that. Let's, spice things up. But I'd really like to continue performing, doing my own thing. I love writing and performing, and then it's been interesting arranging some of my own songs now into, slightly bigger productions with said horns and strings.
Right, exactly.
So that's something that I'll always do. I'd like to continue that. I really enjoy teaching, so I think that I'll continue doing voice, piano, and like some music theory lessons because, I'm a nerd and I love music theory, so
Right,
why
yeah,
not?
of course.
Also, on, I don't know, like off of the music path, but still entertainment, I love to act. It's a part of performing, and it's always going to be a part of me, so I'd love to do some stage work or work in TV and film at some point, even if it's just, just chilling in the background as an extra, in a coffee shop or something, one of those really cool indie films.
Right, yeah.
No, so it's great because I have options, and it's a little daunting to have so many options because you're like, which one am I gonna do?
Right, yeah.
But I think time will tell. I'm just gonna work really hard in every area and hope something hits. And thankfully, I like a lot of things, so whichever one hits, I'm gonna be more than content.
Yeah, definitely not. It's a good thing to be spread out like that, not have all your eggs in one basket.
Especially with the industry that we're
Oh yes,
in.
of course.
It's good to be.
The way that
it's good to spread your branches.
Yeah, the way that it's been going, it's not really the most stable thing in the world. So
Stability.
it is good to have that. But on to the focus of your goals and stuff like that. Really going towards mainly the whole songwriting aspect, the performance that you will be doing as later. Getting into that, where do you want to go with your songwriting? Because you have like your first EP that you came out with, and you're telling me that you're working on another one too, which is exciting.
Yes.
And where do you want to go with specifically songwriting? Like, do you ever want to like change your style and experience new ways to write and stuff, or do you like what you're doing?
That's interesting. I feel like since coming to Berkeley, my style has changed slightly. I'm coming into who I am as an artist. I'm a very, believe it or not, very introspective person. So I do a lot of sitting and thinking. So I feel like a lot of my stuff more recently is becoming a little bit more emotional.
Right.
Like very truthful, sometimes brutally honest. A couple of the new ones I'm gonna play tonight. Actually, I'm super excited because they're making their live debut. Right? It's so exciting. I feel like it's really lending itself to the fact that I'm coming into who I am as an artist, and I mean, I guess the arranger part of me is like, in my instrumentation is changing because I'm going a little bit further from, like my normal rock band piano, guitar, just chillin' normal electric bass, to starting to add some synths and horns and be more creative, which I actually think is making my songwriting more creative.
Yeah, definitely.
It's all a cycle. So songwriting wise, I will definitely keep. I mean, I can't stop. Like that's not something I can do. But I'm actually trying to do some more co-writing.
Right.
I haven't done that a lot, but I've done it enough that I know I enjoy it, and I think that it'd be really fun to get another person's ideas with my ideas and see how they blend. And I know that in the industry today, that's such an important thing, is being able to work with people.
Definitely.
And the collaboration. And I oftentimes, I'm like, I can do it all, so I'm going to do it all by myself. And that's sometimes works, sometimes not so much.
Right,
Sometimes it's really overwhelming. So it's good, especially being here because we have the opportunity to network with so many people.
Mm-hmm.
It's the perfect place to be when I, trying to branch out and work with other people who have the same goals. So I'll always write, and I'll write primarily for myself, but I think it'd be really fun to start writing for other people. Take a try at writing for another artist, because I know how I write, but how would I write something, like a pop track?
Right, yeah, exactly.
That I feel like that'd be super fun to take a turn at. But I don't know. Again, options, and I'm keeping them open. So
definitely. Going with your whole CWP thing, contemporary writing and production, you are learning about, obviously, way more. The last time you were in here, you probably know so much more since the last time you were in this studio.
Yeah.
And I'm right there with you, believe me. Like, if I were to go back a year ago and say, here's everything you now know how to do, my past me would be like, wait, what? Really?
Hold up.
And I can imagine the same for you, too.
Yeah.
So, what I'm curious to know is, after a year of CWP, how would you really compare yourself to the way you would write a year ago versus the way you would write now?
That's an awesome question. That's really good, because it has changed a lot, actually. It's interesting. Normally, I would just go sit down at a piano, and that's it. That's how I wrote my songs. I'd play them on a piano live wherever I went, and that was it.
Right.
So that's how I wrote it. That's how I performed it. After being in CWP, especially with my increased knowledge of different DAWs, I'm able to actually start writing in the DAW and creating various parts, and I actually feel like I'm able to better connect with the song because I have a little bit more of a feeling. Like it's kind of vibey sometimes.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I know that's weird. Not weird. It's the truth. Once you have the vibe of the song and you're in that space, you can write so much more effectively.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I hadn't realized that. And I don't know, it's been really helpful being more just proficient, especially in Logic. Logic is a great tool.
Oh yeah.
Logic is a great tool, and I feel like I actually understand the advanced capabilities of it now.
Right.
And so I'm pretty fast in it. And when I got into sequencing and production techniques, which is like the level 1 production class for CWP, I could sequence fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I had no idea what I was doing mixing effects-wise. I was like, I don't know what any of this means. Let's just make it until it sounds pretty.
Right, yeah.
And now it's having the understanding, and it's become more second nature. So I just know, like, hey, I'll throw this on. It's good. my recording skills, oh my goodness, I can actually record myself and have it sound halfway decent rather
Right,
than
yeah.
being like, I am blowing out my microphone
Oh my
because I'm
gosh, yes.
belting and I don't know how to gain stage.
Exactly. No one here knows how to gain stage at all. First semester's like, I'm going to go record myself, and then they have like the preamp all the way up, and they're on
No,
red.
no.
And they're like, red tracks make the bucks, and it's like, no. Turn
That's-
the gain down. If
that's
it's in the
so
green,
cute.
that's good. If you're in the red, it's bad. Like
It's easier to bring it up later. That was
exactly.
revolutionary to me last semester. I was like, oh, I guess you're right. I guess you're right. No, so it's definitely changed because I feel like I'm still composing at the piano.
Right.
A little bit guitar. I love guitar, but piano is my baby.
Right, of course.
I will always write on piano. But as soon as it's sort of formed, I'll throw it into a DAW, put in a piano track, and then I'll layer a couple synths or add a guitar part, drum grooves. That helps so much. Locking a song together, I mean, people had always said, like, oh, if you write to drums, it helps. I don't know, I just hadn't really experienced it until earlier this year, and I was like, this is genius.
No, definitely is.
So, yes, the writing process has changed, and I feel like it's giving me more opportunity to connect with my song. Obviously, lyrically, I connect with the song, but production-wise and vibe-wise, I suppose. So,
yeah, you really start to make the song yours, and it's not just like, here's an idea. It's like, no, this whole thing is mine, and that's really cool. A teacher that I had for songwriting even compared songs to kids, mainly because she has 2 kids, so obviously she's going to compare it to kids. But she was like, yeah, writing a song is like, you have a kid, it's a baby, and the farther it goes, it starts to grow up, and you're like, dang, that came from that one idea, and now it's this whole blown thing, and it's really awesome, really awesome. But you know what else is awesome?
I don't know.
Okay, what else is really awesome?
I'm ready. I'm prepared for
is
awesomeness.
Mr. Wendell by Arrested Development,
yes!
which is the song coming up next. But you don't want to leave because you don't want to miss Lizzie's amazing performance. Don't leave. So stay right here. Don't go anywhere. Please. We're going to miss you if you do.
Nice.
Very good interview. Very nice job.
That's wonderful. You're a great interview.
Thank you.
You really are. Or interviewer. You would be the interviewer. I would be the interviewee. Right?
Yeah,
I was like,
that's how
great
it works.
interview.
Ist.
It's good. Interviewist.
Interview. A stir.
Oh, it's so fun.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna ask you so that I can see how that sounds. If my mic placement's good enough. Sounds good. Where's Labby at? Labby. Labby. Oh, Labby.
There were so many songs
To
choose from, which is a good thing. That's a good problem to have.
Oh, definitely, no
and
doubt.
some of them, as I was saying before, some of the newer things I'm writing, it's less piano based.
Right.
And I was like, I can play it on the piano, but I honestly don't feel like it's as effective if I play it on the piano. I mean, still a good song. That's
Right.
not the point.
No,
It's just,
I understand that entirely.
I really like it when I have the horn part going like in the background, being like, yay, there they are. Oh man. Fun times.
We got some time left. We still got Watch Me Rush, Birthday, and then You Can Call Me Out. Good stuff.
Yeah. So is that, I'm just not keeping track. Is that 4?
Yes.
Cool. Cool beans.
You can practice if you want.
I'll probably practice a little. Just do some lip trails. I just wish that I'm not sick. But
Just-
when when you're kind of getting sick and
just
you get
wish
that
you
like grossness in your throat. I've had that for the past 2 days, and I was like, why? I'm like, all the times. Come on. Like, I was so ready for this.
That's Mike. It's weird.
Vocal exercises are so weird. You always sound so silly.
There we go. There's some actual sound.
Good. Cool.
Yeah, if you want to practice, go ahead. This will be your mic.
Lovely.
Perfect.
Oh, well, alright, full step, I guess. Wow, interesting. Lovely. Sound of Music. Why? Beverly Brothers. John Denver. Foreigner. Do you guys replace these every so often?
No, actually. These are the same ones that were here when you
I
were.
was just curious. I mean, I remember this one being here, but I never looked at these. The Beatles, Beach Boys. Oh my goodness, my roommate has a Beach Boy record. Let me try again. Has a Beach Boys record. I think she has two. I know she has Pet Sounds, and I don't remember which other she has. It might just be the greatest hits version. But they're so cool to play on her vinyl. It's so cool. I like writing words.
You what?
I like writing words. I write a lot of words into my songs, which is great until you have to play them live, and then you realize that you wrote too many freaking words in your song.
No, I feel
And
that.
I'm like, here's the thing: is I did this to myself. I did this to myself.
Well, I mean.
And I love them, and I can sing them. It's just I have to think about it still.
Right. Yeah.
When they're so new, and I'm like, why do I gotta go and do that to myself?
No, I feel that though.
Here comes October 6th, the birthplace of common risk. Catch it like always seems sick. Always broken down with penicillin. October 6th, much interest of broken flip. Apologies for things don't make it right. It's not possible to live in a lie. That's the only one I'm worried about botching the lyrics to. I know all of the other ones.
Hey, if you watch the lyrics, no one will know.
Exactly. Isn't that the best part? You know what's
It's not
great about
lyrics.
writing pop stuff too is that if I just say the same verse twice, no one will.
No.
Everyone will be like, "Oh wow, there's some really deep lyrics," especially if she's repeating them. I'll be like,
That was it.
"Sure."
That's the whole point.
Then when they hear it years later, they're like, "Oh, those aren't the words." They're like, maybe she wrote new ones. I'm like, no, maybe she's just forgot the words that she wrote. I've done that so many times. I think the times that I mess up are the ones I get the most compliments because people are like, "Wow, it's really nice," and I'm like, "All right, why? Why am I getting complimented on messing up?" And
Yeah,
no
isn't
one,
that like the weirdest
no
thing?
one knows. I think it's just to prove a point that we can, in fact, do it. If we mess up,
We're fine, you
no
know?
one will know.
Like, if
And
a physicist messes up, they're done.
There are some serious repercussions.
For us, though, when we mess up, people are like,
You're
good
like,
job.
Man, nice. No, it's so funny. One of my favorite stories about people messing up. My aunt had her senior recital, and she did. I mean, at that point, it was mostly classical music.
Right.
So she was singing. I think it was an Italian aria, and she forgot all the words. So she made stuff up, and she said, that was the one song that people came up to her afterward and said, "I really, really enjoyed that.
Oh my
Italian
gosh.
piece that you sung." And she was like, "I'm so glad I was able just to fake it." She goes, "The only thing that was she saw her professor, her voice professor, and she's singing, and her voice professor just goes."
That's funny stuff.
But that's the thing is the only person who will know is the person who is singing and the person who taught it.
Right,
So it's like,
exactly.
no.
No one else will remember. All right, you got 2 more songs. Or
Cool.
basically 7 minutes.
Mm. Mm, mm. Could do a little dance routine. Be like, yay.
Do a dance while you're doing it.
I took a dance course last semester.
At Boko?
Sort of. It's a Berkeley. So technically it is a Berkeley class.
Okay.
And it was taught in Berkeley, but Kristen teaches both places.
Oh,
I
interesting.
think. I'm pretty sure. She's the bomb. She's awesome. It was a what's the class called? Dance styles for vocalists.
Oh,
Or
okay.
for singers, I guess. And it's heavily choreography based, so we learn how to learn choreography and then learn how to choreograph ourselves for us and background dancers.
Yeah, that sounds very helpful.
It was awesome. It was so cool. It was at 8 a.m., which was kind of rough.
Right, yeah.
And it met twice a week for an hour and a half, which was good. It was great. I loved the course, but that
It's a lot.
9 a.m.s they're not a struggle for me anymore. I took all 9 a.m.s this semester, and I was like, this is amazing, because now it's not 2 8 a.m.s and 2 9 a.m.s.
Right, yeah.
And then I guess I had class at like noon on Friday, but now I don't have class at all, so.
I don't have class on Fridays either.
Isn't that the best?
Oh, so I can just
It's
focus
so
on
nice.
this. I can
But
just
the
focus on
thing
the
is,
show.
I always end up with a ton of meetings,
Yep. Why?
and I'm like, all I want to do is sleep. But then when I have a meeting at 10 or 11 a.m., I'm like, well, there goes sleeping in.
No, I get that. It's like, whenever I was making my whole schedule, I was like, yeah, I have Friday off. And then when I was over winter break, I was like, what if I had my radio show on Friday? Because I have Friday off instead of doing a whole Saturday thing. And then I was like, yeah, Friday's a prime time too, you know?
Oh, totally.
That's not like a Saturday afternoon lazy time to just hang around and do whatever. It was like serious time. And I was like, well, I really got to put like actual work into it. So, I did all of this. And then, when I got here, I expected it to just be like as chill as it was before, make the playlist the night before, whatever. And now it's like I spend all day working on the show because I have to put stuff on YouTube. I have to make posters. I have to get this stuff all set up and then make the playlist. And it's like a whole day adventure. And I'm like, well, I'm glad I took the Friday off.
Fun. It's good. It's becoming, it's a big thing now.
Right.
It's awesome.
We have 11 people listening.
Oh.
Yeah. The highest I've gotten is when Groundwater was on. And that's probably because, all their friends and family were listening.
I was about to say there's 5 of them.
Yeah,
That's
I
a lot of
had
extra
like
people.
30 people listening to my
That's
show.
awesome.
I was like, yo,
Like, hey.
I'm popular now, so you need a ticket to talk to me.
Just kidding. So pumped.
A man walks down the street, he says, why am I soft in the middle now? Love this song. So glad I got to hear him play it live. He went on his
Yes.
like farewell tour, and I was like, Mom, we gotta go.
You're like, it's not an option.
Yeah, last.
When was that? Was that this past year, or was that?
Yeah, it was.
I didn't realize that was his first.
He finished in New York.
Oh, well, yeah.
With his last song was Sound of Silence. And it just killed. It was like, oh.
My heart.
And there were a lot of people who were like commenting on the video that they put on YouTube, and they're like, very good, job well done. I was like, does no one realize this is the last time he's gonna play this live? Well, on a tour of his own, you know. So emotional.
He was like, guys, you don't understand.
Manly. What if I die here? Who'll be my role model? Now that my role model is gone, It is you. Look, there's all your songs because I played all of them on before.
Aw, it's so cute. I will have new ones eventually.
And I cannot wait to play those.
While I'm here, that's the thing is like while I'm at Berkeley, my goal is just to learn as much as I can and
Right.
write a ton. And then I'll release a bunch of stuff, and it'll probably be right after I graduate,
Right.
which is next year.
Really?
I'm graduating in 2020.
Dang, okay.
It's crazy because I transferred credits in, and I tested out of enough stuff that I have an entire year under my belt now.
Oh, dang,
And I
alright.
talked with Andrea, and we fit my CWP into 3 years.
Dang.
It means I'm also taking 4 CWP classes my last semester, so I'm gonna die. But other than that,
No, I feel that. I have to take 4 MP&E classes right now, so.
you're in 4 this semester? Which ones?
It's Audio Tech 1, and then Production Analysis, Critical Listening,
Critical listening. Oh, yeah.
and then, what am I leaving out? I'm leaving out one of them. Audio and MIDI systems. Basically like DAWs and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I remember because David is an MP&E.
Right, yeah.
And EPD. It's just his grid is a lot slower because he's in the 2 majors.
Right, yeah.
And so I think he's technically only a semester ahead of you in MP&E courses, but he's more than halfway done with his EPD stuff.
Oh, okay.
Front loaded that.
Right.
Or maybe he's just about halfway with that. I can't remember. Of the required courses, I guess he has some electives. I don't know. It's just, they're awesome classes. He has such beautiful synthesizers. They're so pretty.
Yeah, I killed myself this semester because I was like,
Are you taking a full 16 credits?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm taking 11 classes,
Oh no, don't say that.
and then
I did that last semester.
yeah, and then
Oh,
my
it's so
African
hard.
drumming teacher from my lab, he was like, hey, there's an opening in my African drumming ensemble. You want to be a part of it? And who's gonna say no to African drumming?
You're gonna
So
be
I was
like, okay.
I was like, yeah. And so now I'm technically in 12 classes, but only getting credit for the 11 of them.
Is that just a 2-hour
Yeah.
ensemble? Okay, good, yeah.
But I mean, they
But
do a
that's
lot of
still
stuff.
2 hours.
It's so fun.
and-
Like, we're going to perform soon.
Oh, really?
Like in one of the studios, and they're gonna film us and stuff.
That's so exciting.
We might even be on the Berkeley webpage. So I'm like,
Oh.
there we go.
Isn't that, and sometimes those are really spontaneous. Like,
Oh,
when
yeah,
that
I know.
happens. My roommate got an email like a couple days before because she was part of the Dolly Parton showcase.
Right.
And
Yeah.
they were like, yeah, so we're recording you. It was a trio. And she's like, what? Literally 2 days before. Okay.
Yeah, we're getting there. 30 seconds. Get ready. I'm ready for you. I hope you're ready.
I think I'm ready.
Ah,
I
you're
hope my
ready.
voice holds out.
Ah, you
We'll
got
find
it.
out.
You'll be all right. Let's see.
As I can.
and your mother goes around the corner and she licks it up.
You're listening to The Burn, live from a...
Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Dexter Zile, and you are not. I'm going to immediately give the floor here to Lizzie Zink and her amazing performance. So you do whatever you want. You can introduce, or you can just go straight through. Up to you.
Hey, cool. Hey, good night, everybody. I'm Lizzie Zink. I'm a student here at Berkeley, a CWP major. I also love to songwrite, so I'm going to be playing some original songs for you tonight. I hope you enjoy. This first one is called New Age. I can get things done, I can walk and run on my own. Thank you very much. I'm not 2, and I know you don't know what to do with me, 'cause I'm not 3, I'm free and independent. Yeah, I'm not 4 anymore. I'm not crawling on the floor. Whoa, and I'm not like who I was before. Now I can fight my own battles, I can win my own wars. Whoa, and I can stand on the top of a building and scream at the top of my lungs, 'cause everything has changed. And this is the start of a new age. I'm not 5, not afraid to dive, I can stay alive in the deep end. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm not 6, don't use sticks as knives to pick up my fights. I won't take flight despite the fear inside me. Yeah, I'm not 7 or 11. I'm not hiding anymore. And I'm not like who I was before. Now I can fight my own battles, I can win my own wars. Whoa, and I can stand on the top of a building and scream at the top of my lungs, 'cause everything has changed. And this is the start of a new age. Yeah, whoa, new start, new heart. We're new age, and I'm not like who we used to be. Open up my eyes and now I see. Yeah, I'm not like who I was before. Now I can fight my own battles, I can win my own wars. Whoa, and I can stand on the top of a building and scream at the top of my lungs, 'cause everything has changed. And this is the start of a new age. I'm not like who I was before. Now I can fight my own battles, I can win my own wars. Whoa, and I can stand on the top of a building and scream at the top of my lungs, 'cause everything has changed. And this is the start of a new age. Ooh, yeah, the start of a new age. This is the start of a new age. This is the start of a new age. Yeah. Oh, yes. It is a new month. It is March. I could not believe how fast February went. But you know what? It's good. We love New Year's. I turned 20 in this fine month of March. So I've been doing a lot of reflection over turning a new age. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. That's New Age. This next one is actually a new original song. I'm so excited. I'm trying to get this mic to cooperate with me so I can stand up a little bit straighter. But it's called This One Time. It's actually one that I wrote for my what's it called? Lyric writing class. You know what? Sometimes those prompts aren't half bad. So I hope you enjoy. This is This One Time, and if you want to be, on the inside, I call it October 6th. I think you'll see why, but let's just go for it. Here it comes, October 6th, the birthplace of the common risk. Catch it like a cold, I always seem sick. The walls broken down by penicillin. Tuning on October 6th, the birthplace of the common risk. Apologies and prayers don't make it right. It's impossible to live in the light. All of the time I'm thinking, what's this turns into? What's the truth to? I don't know what to believe about. The crowd figured it out. I think I doubt. Flip some switch, whichever way you choose to go. Don't show you're willing to compromise. One's demise is no surprise when it starts with the line. I'll make an exception this one time. Here it comes, October 6th, the death day of my innocence. Celebrate my heart, the cold and calloused. There is no party in my palace. It's at a friend's, where just let me think turns into just one drink to just one more. The cocktail of a perfect storm, swift it shifts, I stumble in and flip the wrong switch. Whichever way you choose to go, don't show you're willing to compromise. One's demise is no surprise when it starts with the line. I'll make an exception this one time. This one time. Is this how my mind will finally go? Making exceptions time after time. Haven't stood to it all time alone. Whichever way you choose to go, don't show you're willing to compromise. One's demise is no surprise when it starts with the line. I'll make an exception, yeah. I'll make an exception this one time. What happened October 6th? Stop and think, what if? Yeah. Some crazy stuff went down on October 6th. It was interesting. I had a really serious allergic reaction last semester. It was brutal. It was really scary, and it really opened my eyes to a lot of new things. So that's a song about, kind of discovering what you're missing and knowing that you gotta stay true to who you are. Because if you slip, you're just gonna keep going. It always starts with this one time, and I find that I sometimes will compromise to make other people happy, but I'm trying to be healthier, just a healthier human being in general. Saying no to that. So go be empowered. You can do this. All right, this next one. Oh, I love this song. This is called Infinite Sea. It's just an extended I can't speak English today. It is an extended metaphor. There we go. About falling in love and how it relates to the ocean. So I hope you enjoy it. This is very much a song about being hesitant to fall in love. Ocean is far too vast. From the top of the mast, my head is spinning way too fast. But I've got promises to keep. Refuse to fall in too deep over my head. But instead of standing strong, I'm falling down. I won't fall in love, I say, as I'm falling into this sea. But the only way I'm gonna survive is if I let you save me from an infinite sea crashing over me, battered by the waves. There's no one to save us now. The sea is full of you, and I don't know what to do. 'Cause what I thought I knew flew out the window, and I go on, it's never ending. And I keep on pretending I can stand tall when I'm falling down. And I won't fall in love, I say, as I'm falling into this sea. But the only way I'm gonna survive is if I let you save me from an infinite sea crashing over me, battered by the waves. There's no one to save us now. An infinite sea, one in my bed, one in my bed, both reading on as I sleep. An infinite sea, one in my head, one in my bed, both reading on as I sleep. You can't save me from yourself. Sorry, there's nothing else you can do to keep me from falling in love with you. Can't save me from yourself. I'm sorry, there's nothing else you can do to keep me from falling into an infinite sea crashing over me, battered by the waves. There's no one to save us now. Oh, an infinite sea crashing over me, battered by the waves. There's no one to save us now. An infinite sea crashing over me, battered by the waves. There's no one to save us now. Thank you. Yeah, so as much as that was about being hesitant to fall in love, this next one is about totally being in love. So that's great. You know, why not? This is a really special song to me. I haven't really written love songs necessarily because I was young. I didn't really understand. But you know, once you meet someone that you love a whole lot, it's really nice. And it's also really fun to observe other people who are in love. I know I'm not trying to say that in like a creepy way, but I mean like in a way of admiration, like my parents and my grandparents, just seeing how much they love each other and how they've fought through difficult times together. It's just a real testament to I don't know, humans and being in love. It's a wonderful thing. Anyway, that's just my little 2 cents. This is called Quite Some Time. I guess I talk about time a lot. It's an important thing, you know, why not? So, this is Quite Some Time. I remember the first time we danced, the lights were down low and we took a chance. Head pressed against your chest, the start of our romance. Little did I know love is cool sometimes, you know. I'm just gonna get a little tiny sip of water before the next tune. It's good, so excited. Oh, thank you all for tuning in. What a fun evening. As I continue sipping the water. Here at live from A306. I'm not in the microphone. I'm so sorry. I just kept talking as I set my water down. I'm just so excited to be here. Sometimes I just forget. It's great. Anyway, this next one is a new tune I'm super pumped about. As I mentioned earlier, during my interview portion, I've been working in songwriting in Logic, I guess. I mean, a little bit in Pro Tools, but a lot more in Logic, because I understand that one better at this point. But this is one that is a creation of a lot of very fun synth sounds, and it's been fun to actually adapt this back into the original instrument that it was written on. So I hope you all enjoy. This is called Hypochondriac. I know that that is a very strange title, but I swear it makes sense, and I hope you really enjoy this one. This one's pretty good. It's intense. But it's good. I hope you all enjoy. I'm afraid of how I feel. What if I can never heal? Scared to take the test for fear they'll say it's nothing when I feel something. Well, what would the white coat say? Medical bills are hard to pay. My mind is about as broke as my bank. Do you accept angst as payment? The pavement in my mind is a fine drive, and I ride down the road alone to the hospital in my head. 'Cause maybe laying in that bed between those crisp sheets would help me fall asleep. Hypochondriac, what the hell's wrong with me? Am I a hypochondriac for wishing that I had things? That's for lack of better words. Nurses must think that I'm absurd. Swallow my pain with this pill to fill the void. Try and block out the noise and pray I'll make it through the night. Hypochondriac, what the hell's wrong with me? Am I a hypochondriac for wishing that I had things like peace of mind and time to find a place to rest my weary eyes? They are so heavy, this can't be healthy. But what if it's all in my head? But what if this time it's different? Maybe I should see someone about it. I doubt it. I can't be the only one experiencing these symptoms. But the posture of the doctor's walk says I'll be fine, like every other time. I'm a hypochondriac for wishing. Hypochondriac, what the hell's wrong with me? Hypochondriac for wishing that I had things. Hypochondriac, is this some strange disease? Hypochondriac, what if it's only me? Hypochondriac, I wish I could get some sleep. Hypochondriac for wishing that I had things Alright. This is my last one. This is called Red. This is on my EP, self-titled. Not self-titled Lizzie Zink, but literally called self-titled because I thought that was really clever. It's like a 15-year-old, so you know, why not? It's about the battle going on inside of your head. So enjoy. I am a soldier, I will fight for what I believe. You can call me crazy because love makes you do crazy things like this fight. Lots of crazies in a row, wind 'em up and watch 'em go to town and fight. Lots of crazies in a row, wind us up and watch us go to town and fight. And the war will rage on all night. And the war will not stop till it's painted white. Whoa, right now the blood is red. Whoa, right now the blood is red. We got a long way to go. I am a soldier, I will risk my life, lay it all out online. For so many, but so few would do this fight. Lots of crazies in a row, wind 'em up and watch 'em go to town and fight. Lots of crazies in a row, wind us up and watch us go to town and fight. And the war will rage on all night. And the war will not stop till it's painted white. Whoa, right now the blood is red. Whoa, right now the blood is red. We got a long way to go. Go away. Don't wanna see your face defeat. You can't win against me anymore. I think if you listen to my battle cry, you'll see that I'm lost inside my mind. Let's listen to my battle cry and tell me that I've lost my mind. 'Cause if I haven't, then something's wrong. And if I haven't, then well, I'm not lost. And if I'm sane, then this is insane. And if I'm still alive, then how did I survive? I am on a battlefield, lost in thought on all the years. I am on a battlefield, drenched in blood in my own tears. And so the war will rage on all night. And the war will not stop till it's painted white. And the war will rage on all night. And the war will not stop till it's painted white. Whoa, right now the blood is red. Whoa, right now the blood is red. Whoa, right now the blood is red. Whoa, these bleeding lines across my mind are red.
What an amazing performance,
Oh,
Lizzie.
thanks. I'm glad my voice held up. Yay!
It was
the cold did
beautiful.
not stop me.
It really was. Very
Thank you so
powerful
much.
stuff. Oh my gosh.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh,
this
of
is
course.
so much fun. This is
Anytime.
a throwback, man. Whole year ago
Well,
today.
I hope whoever's listening really liked that song because guess what? It's up next.
Whoa.
One more round of applause for Lizzie Zink, and thank you so much for coming
Oh,
on.
thank you so much for having me.
Anyway, we'll get right into some more Lizzie Zink. That really was amazing. Melodies have gotten so interesting. I love them
See?
so
I'm
much.
so happy I was able to perform the new songs.
I know, they were really
Thank
good.
you so much. Oh, now I can be dead in peace.
Hey, look, that's you again.
Whoa, I wonder who it is. Where does it sound so little?
You do sound little.
So cute. There was a period in my life where I like really hated it
How did you hate it?
because I was like, I sound so terrible and I was so self-conscious.
You sound good.
First couple weeks of Berkeley, I was like, oh my gosh, I sound like a child. And now I'm like, I sound like a child. It's so cute.
Yeah, I think that's how you should feel, because that was awesome, really. Over the quite some time ago.
Isn't that such a beautiful
Oh, it is.
song? I wrote that and I was worried that it was going to be so silly. And I shared it to my dad and he was like, whoa. I was like, what? He's like, that was just so
I
beautiful.
know,
and
it
I was
really
like, yeah! Because I'd never really written love songs before. They were all so, when I like tried them in middle school, like never having been in love, they all sucked. They're all like, you know, roses are red, violets are blue. I like your face and I like you. It's like, I just made that. I don't even know if that made sense.
It did.
But, like,
It
that's
did.
like.
I
That's
know what you were
how it
going
felt
for.
I was reading. Ooh, I got stopped. I was reading through old lyrics from I think it was 7th grade, and I'm so glad I wrote when I was young because it was bad. It was so bad. I'm like, you know what? If it meant that I got that out of the way sooner,
Right.
you know, it's good. But it does make me cringe going back and reading some of them. I'm just like, why would I
You know,
write
you can't write
this?
something good until you
And
write
then I
100
don't.
things
Here's
bad.
the thing: is if I remembered the melodies, maybe I'd be like, oh well, the lyrics are trash, but at least the melody is decent. But I don't remember, so I'm just like, ah, what is this?
I've had about. I kind of like having, you know, this watch to like let me know what's going on with my phone. But one of the main things that I loved about it is I got real time people telling me how much they loved you as you were playing. Like my mom literally
so cute. Oh my
just
word.
texted me and she's like, I love this song of hers so much. I literally just bought it. Like so I mean
My
that,
heart.
and I've had 3 of my friends who are listening right now. They're like, oh my god, that was
Oh my
awesome.
word. Oh, I'm so happy.
But yeah,
Thank God my voice held up. Now I can go horse in peace. I've literally been coaxing it
oh,
the
no.
past 2 days because I woke up and I was like, yesterday I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
Right, yeah.
I was like, this is not fair. I'm like, this is not fair.
There were a lot of people walking, like, as you're seeing them. There were a couple people who stopped just to
Really?
listen. Yeah, no kidding.
Heck yeah! Oh, it's so exciting.
No, but yeah, no, you did really
Oh,
great.
thank you so much. I haven't performed yet this semester.
Now you
So
have.
it's like, that's my goal. It's like, just as long as I perform once a semester,
Mhm.
and I feel like I'm still staying up to date, you know? I'm still like,
Definitely.
it's good. In last semester, I was hoping to do more. I was in 2, which was a blast, but they weren't my performances. Oh, did I tell you the calf show story? I know I saw you once. I saw you like twice last semester, and I'm
Yeah.
not sure if I ever told you the calf show
I don't
story.
think so. Is this
Okay.
a thing you want to save for an interview?
Oh, maybe I should.
Yeah.
It's a pretty funny story.
All right, yeah, I'd
It's
save it.
really okay. Okay, then I'll save it. You can ask me about like, yeah. So what have you been doing performance-wise?
Right,
I'll
right.
be like, well, this is my first performance of the semester, but last semester, and then I can name drop a friend too and give her some
Nice.
promotion. She just released a single today, actually.
Oh,
I was
cool.
so pumped for her.
I really wish, because you know there are a lot of people who always they release their stuff and like I just wish they don't need to send me audio files, but like I wish they'd just be like, hey, here's my stuff on Spotify, check it out, play it on your show, don't do that. I'm like,
I think a lot of people just don't even know.
I know, and
And that's the thing is, when I was saying, people are like, oh, you're on the Burn, I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, oh, hey, would you be interested? Because I know, like,
I know a kid.
I know a kid. I told my roommate, and she's like, it's just, I don't have enough songs together. I'm like, it doesn't matter.
It really doesn't.
It really doesn't matter, because she could come and perform a couple covers in addition to
Right.
a couple of her originals, right?
Is it who?
Do you know Lauren? Gail? Yeah,
She was
she's
the
my
vice
roommate.
president
Yes,
last year.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I was about to say you worked.
Yeah. But
Oh, this is so cute.
you know this song? This is made by the original Lizzie Zink, and I don't know if you know her, but like she's cool as hell.
I don't know. She seems a little strange. But,
Well,
Still.
this is just her baby album, so you can't give
Baby
her
album.
that much.
Dude, I'm
Try
so
some songs.
pumped. I need to freaking pump out some new stuff. But one of my goals in the next like year, maybe 2 years, like by the time I graduate, the summer after I graduate,
Right.
by the end of that, I want to have 25 fully produced demos. Like they don't have to be
Right.
like fully produced songs, but just some really solid demos. To then, some of them I will fully produce and I'll
Right.
release them as an EP. I'll take the ones that I've developed thus far
Mm-hmm.
and throw those on one and be like, hello world, here are my new songs. And I didn't even play one of the ones I'm most excited about because it does not lend itself to piano
No.
at all.
Dang.
Because it's it's like an epic. It's like 4.5 minutes long.
Oh, okay.
But I love it so much.
I thought that was our door.
I know, I did too. I was like,
It's like, who's opening the door right
I was
now?
like,
Oh, that's the speakers. I want to keep those out.
oh man, did you hear my little twang there? And it's not even country twang, it's just the Ohio A's. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that at all, but we pronounce our A's, except that because my dad said, he's like, you're saying it like alone, and I can't do that, so, just like very nasally. It's a regional thing, and I didn't know that it was a thing.
that was like, okay, what?
Until I came
Like,
Until I think I came to my first 5 week, and a lot of people were like, you don't have an accent.
you have that, like, that.
But I have, but they're like, but it's something.
Yeah, it's just a
But
thing.
they're like, I don't know what it is.
Apparently.
I don't know until my voice teacher told me.
Really?
She was like, oh, I see. She's like, you're from Ohio, right? I'm like, yeah. She's like, it makes so much more sense because a lot of people in the Midwest have the extra nasal twang in certain vowels.
Right.
Now, I'm not from like Minnesota, and there's this, you
Right.
know when people are from Minnesota.
Yeah, exactly.
You know when people are, I can't even do it anymore. I used to be able to mimic it so well, and now anytime I do it, it turns into an Italian accent, and I don't know why. I
Right.
don't know why that happened, but, oh man.
Apparently, around, like, Pittsburgh, that, like, Amish area,
Yeah.
apparently, I met someone here, and they were like, yeah, no, you swallow your L's. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, say cool. I was like, cool? She's like, you're swallowing the L at the end. I'm like, cool. Oh my god, I am.
You're like, whoa.
She's like, it's cool. And I'm like, cool. Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
It's so strange.
Yeah, like
There's
when.
people from everywhere. It's just little
Yeah,
things.
just
And
tiny
here's the thing is, our states are right next to each other.
Mhm.
It's not like we live, I can drive to Pittsburgh in, I don't know, probably like 4.5 hours, like not even.
Right.
But with that amount of distance, the very small inflections of our English
So different.
are so different. And I'm like, how is that possible? And then you get to like the southern part
Oh,
of
God,
Kentucky, and you're like, it's straight southern already.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, this is more north than all of the Carolinas. Like, but it is,
What's going on
it
here?
is southern, like the part,
No, very
especially
true.
the part that borders Tennessee. I have family in Tennessee, so
Oh.
it's always funny. We haven't been down there in a couple years, but going down there and everyone at the store is like, oh, hi y'all, and it's so cute.
It's like, oh.
It's so cute. But then someone like Lauren, who's very much from the South, hard Texas, but she doesn't have the accent. She says y'all, but it's in like a normal
way?
You would not know that she is from the South.
Hmm.
It's so
Just
funny.
like, okay. I remember talking to Lauren. I mean, I saw her. I haven't seen her a lot since last semester. I think I saw her in Whole Foods once.
Oh, I mean, she works
Yeah,
there.
so I was saying
She
she's working
works
there.
there. It makes sense.
But yeah, and your other roommate is
Ailey?
yeah,
Oh,
Ailey
Ailey,
Nora.
yeah. I was just saying, she was also
Yeah.
on Hall Council.
So I mean,
Oh,
no.
Ailey. And then and then I don't think you would have known Kate. Well, she was. Do you remember Cole from our floor? I know we had 2 Coles, but the taller Cole with
Yes.
blonde hair, with long blonde hair.
Yep.
His girlfriend is our other roommate.
okay.
She's from Georgia, but she'd moved up here for a change of scenery, and she's like, well, I might as well move where Cole is.
Right.
And she's doing online school, and she's the bomb. we have a blast. Our apartment is really nice. I'm very thankful to end up with good roommates, especially since the roommate thing, not roommate, the RA thing didn't work out, you know. Did you apply?
Yeah.
Okay, how'd it go? Because I heard that the process was a little bit different this year. Maybe not the group process, but the interview
Yeah, you
was on like
had to have like 2 interviews
yeah.
with it, and because didn't Nora try?
Yes, yeah, she
Yeah,
tried again this time.
I saw her there, and it just I don't know why there were 2 separate interviews. I thought
I was just curious as to why were they were with different people, right?
yeah,
Okay, yeah. So maybe it's just like to get a second
I
opinion.
guess.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
They really want it to be comprehensive. And
Yeah, I'm really glad though that I'm in hall council with Robin and stuff like that, because like, you know, it's probably hard for them to try and pick RAs with just that little information, but like
Oh, it's not enough.
now that Robin knows like, okay, this is how I work with people and such, it's very nice to have that. So like,
You'd make such a great RA. Oh my
thankful
goodness.
for that. I was thinking if I get it, I was like, what would my floor theme be? And
I
already
was
know.
just
I
about
already know.
what?
Minecraft. It'd be
Yes,
so
oh,
easy.
that would be
Just print out
great.
blocks.
And it can be super cute. You can put up the little creepers and the little pigs.
They'd be everywhere. See, and it's such a great idea.
That'd be so fun. And you could do a really fun program to kick off the year with it.
I've been trying to think of program ideas. That's definitely a bonus of being in hall council, is like really trying to get programs together. You know
Yeah.
what? I don't want to toot my own horn, but
Go for it, man.
we're the best hall council. 160 is by far the best, because we have approached all the other hall councils with ideas like 3 or 4 times, and they've all done them. Like we're now doing appreciation thing for the CAF and all the workers
Oh,
there.
awesome.
They did that last year,
Yeah.
but they did it just within the building, and
Yeah.
it was for public safety. It's that thing that hangs above.
I remember I wrote this massive thing on it, and I walked by. It was so embarrassing. I walked by someone downstairs reading it. Not that it was bad, but I was just like, oh my gosh, maybe because no one had written on ours yet.
Right, yeah.
So I took up a lot of space. I mean, it was alright. It was like maybe a fourth of it. It was a corner. And
Still more than other people.
no one else had written on it.
Right.
And I was like, oh, okay. That's such a great idea to do for the calf. That's so nice.
But yeah, I mean we're gonna have this thing at the end of the year, and it's gonna be like, ooh, that's gonna be a bit loud. But our first semester was, I say like the first month was difficult because we didn't know each other. And now that
There's
we do-
always a transition
right
period.
now that we
Yeah.
do. And it's funny because
So none of you like moved out of housing for the second semester.
yeah,
Okay,
we're all still
good.
the same. But it's funny because Robin's like, you know, I don't even have to do anything. I don't even know why I show up to these anymore. Because like all other
Because you work
councils,
so fluidly.
right? All
Oh,
other
it's great.
councils, like they kind of need assistance from their Yeah, I knew that would get loud. Oh, you know this song?
Oh yeah. Oh, it's wonderful. I don't know like a ton of the music, but everything I've heard, I'm like, I can jam to this, man.
Mother Mother has good stuff. But
Well, I'll check out the rest of the album then.
oh yeah, what's it? Get Up, the single from that one.
I think I've heard that
Yeah,
one.
that's a good
yeah.
one. But whole album's pretty solid. But anyway, so like most people in other councils, they'll have to get help from their RD, and the RD's like sitting there, and the HRA is like, well, you can also do this, and like we sit there, Robin and Emily, who's now the HRA,
I know.
yeah,
Emily.
they just sit on their phones, and we do stuff, and like we'll say things, and then we'll be like, oh, can we do this? And they're like, what?
They're like, yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
sure.
Go for it.
But I was like, I'm really proud every time because you have to meet with Robin like every 2 weeks.
Yeah,
one-on-one.
but I would say, and I think that's a really great thing. That's
No,
also
I agree.
for the
So,
RA stuff.
like, when I was talking, I was like, well, you're asking me how we're doing, but, like, how do you think we're doing? And she was like, compared to all the other councils, you guys are doing great. I was like, what are they doing? Well, they're doing work, but you guys are the only ones that have a consistent program schedule. No one else really
Which
does.
is so important. Who else is on your hall council?
We have Davgale. Her name is so weird. Her name is Davgale David Gill.
Is she new?
Yeah, no,
Okay,
they're all
that's why.
new.
I'm like,
Avery, Schmaltz, and then Cap Bolter
I
are
actually might have met Avery.
probably.
I'm not sure.
Avery looks like an awkward alien.
Okay, yes, then I'm pretty, I met her, again, in passing, not like, I don't know her.
Right,
but, okay, yeah. No, and it's not like a disservice to her.
No,
It's
no,
just, that is the best way to describe it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's exactly what
They're
you think.
very similar.
We can talk after this one.
Okay, cool.
Let me see if this is even going.
This is the one that has the modulation in it, right?
I don't think so.
I don't know, I just know I like that one too. This one is just... They do so well with their vocals.
Why don't you get a job for calling?
What for?
You need money.
All I need are some tasty waves, cool boys.
No, I'm fine. How's your bathroom?
Slow that one.
You're
Three.
listening to The Burn, live from A306.
Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Dexter Zile, and you are not. I'm here with the lovely, lovely Lizzie Zink.
Hello, everybody.
And wasn't that performance just astounding? Oh, honestly, I loved it so much. Like, it was honestly emotional. I've had a lot of people on this show, and they played me such beautiful music, and all of them have really been emotional. But I will be honest here. Yours are the only one that have almost brought me to tears.
Oh
They
my
were
goodness.
so powerful. I loved them so much. And if you missed the performance, it'll be up on my YouTube channel either later tonight or early tomorrow.
Heck
If you want to
yeah.
check that out, just look up Live from A306 on YouTube, and you'll be able to find Lizzie Zink's performance. You can just look up her and Live from A306. And for all the people listening on YouTube right now, hello from past me. Anyway, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I love performing.
I'm glad
I
you
miss
do.
it. I don't perform nearly as much as I would like to while I'm here, but I decided while I'm at school, I do school.
Right,
I do
exactly.
a lot of school. And it's good. I'm learning so much information. I feel like this knowledge
No.
power. I'm like, it's awesome. But it's kind of been a goal of me. Of me? That doesn't make sense. Of mine. My brain is turning off. I've done my performance. I'm like, okay.
Time to shut off. No, I get it.
It's almost past my bedtime.
Oh no, I feel that.
No, but I've been trying to make it a goal to at least perform in some capacity once a semester.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is my first performance this semester, and it's been awesome. It's
Well, I'm so
nice.
glad. I'm very glad to be your first performance. Speaking of performances, you were telling me during the music break that you had
Oh,
a
yes.
calf show story to tell me
yes.
about.
It was okay. Yeah, so I was in my buddy Sky's calf show performance. It was in September. It was like the very first calf show, so it was a really big deal. The first calf show of the semester. It's like,
Right.
it was the Monday, which preparing. Oh man, that was difficult because we had 1 week
Oh,
being
geez.
back from school.
Yeah,
So
that'd
we
be hard.
rehearsed from like 8 to 10 or 10 to 12 every night. It was great, and it ended up being wonderful. And I arranged 5 of the tunes for that.
Whoa,
Which was a
okay.
blast. The instrumentation, it was like a rock band with 4 string players. She likes to call her genre popra.
Popra.
It's brilliant. She's classically trained. So anyone who wants to check out Sky's music, she just goes by Sky.
Okay.
She's wonderful. She released a new single today.
Nice.
She's the bomb. Super proud of her. So, anyway, she's running this calf show, right? So I'm on there playing synth and singing BGVs. Background vocals for those who
Right, yeah, of
don't,
course, of course.
click on your track and rename them BGVs.
Right.
So we were having a blast. We're just cranking it out. It's going so well. And we get to Separate Ways by Journey, which, let me tell you,
a good one.
arranging strings for that. Oh, so it starts with dun, dun,
right,
dun,
yeah.
and they're like, dun, dun. I know that you can't see me moving necessarily on the radio, but I'm getting really into it. But it was so good. And all of a sudden, after the first chorus, the guitar drops out. And we're like, I just look at him because I'm standing next to him. I'm like, excuse me. And then the bass drops out. And then the other synth goes out. And then my synth goes out. And I'm like, what is happening? And all the mics go off. We're like, power outage, question mark?
Right, jeez.
Within 15 seconds, the fire alarm had gone off, and it cuts all power in half. Or at least for the stage setup.
Right.
And we had to evacuate.
Oh my
in the
God.
in the middle of the show.
Boy, wouldn't that be weird?
It was so uncomfortable because we're like, so can we just like go? Like, can we keep going? They're like, no, we all have to evacuate. And I'm like, well, I have all my equipment here. I don't want to leave this inside.
Right.
But we can't pack it up. So we're just awkwardly all standing there until the guy in the back's like, yo, so the fire men just came in and said that we have to evacuate. I'm like, there's an actual fire? If the firemen actually came, then
right, yeah.
oh
no,
dear, it's not a drill.
Yeah, that's like some real
bummer.
stuff right there.
Okay, so eventually we evacuate and we're all like, let's get a picture in front of the fire truck, which didn't happen because apparently that's not allowed. So
jeez, nothing's
I'm
going
just
away.
warning everyone now, if you're trying to get a picture in front of a fire truck in front of a building they're trying to evacuate, just don't do it. It's not a fun time. I so appreciate what they did though. They're heroes, everyday heroes.
Right.
I don't think anything actually happened in 1/6. I think
I don't remember anything happening.
no, it wasn't an actual fire, just something went off, and I was like, bro, because we didn't get to finish our show.
Oh, that sucks.
It was a bummer, and we didn't get a redo because they
No,
already
that's not
booked
fair.
everything. It was a bummer, but thankfully we already had another show booked.
Okay, good.
Off campus at an event where we did end up playing those final 3 songs, which was great. So we got through most of the show. It's just the final 3 songs were the best ones.
Right, you see the best for last.
we
You
were
can't
like,
even do it.
Ah! But anyway, I remember being rather frustrated.
Yeah, really.
You know, that was your immediate reaction is what the heck is going on, and oh crap, well now we can't finish, and it's sad because we worked really hard. But then I just could not help but laugh. I'm like, the fire alarm just went off. Like, what are the odds that sometime from 10 to 11 p.m. on a Monday night
Yeah, really.
that the fire alarms are gonna go off? But you know what? So is life.
Yeah, you know. I mean,
So,
I know it sounds
always
weird.
be prepared.
It sounds weird to say that fires are like a weekend thing. And that's like such a weird thing to say.
But at Berkeley that makes sense.
Yeah.
No, I get that. That's funny. Oh my goodness.
Fires are just a weekend thing. No, they don't happen during the week. No, not at all. Wow, what a... Dang, that must have really sucked. Oh,
It did. It sucked, but you know, it's a great story. That's how I think about it. The bad things that happen in life, I'm like, well, I have a good story. Sometimes they're funny, and sometimes they're just kind of sad. They're kind of just depressing, and those are not necessarily stories I share frequently. But they're stories, and that's good. Humans, each of us individually, we're made up of a bunch of stories. And
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
that's a really interesting thing.
Yeah, you know, if you want to get philosophical with it, you could argue that the entirety of the human soul and body is just all memories.
yeah.
You know?
Oh.
Because, like, if, you know,
Philosophy.
you could take...
This is my kind of thing.
I'm right there with you. You could take the mind out of someone, and like they're just a body, you know. Like it doesn't matter about that. It's the memories that mind has that really makes. Oh, you know what? We should start a podcast all about.
Let's do it. Oh my goodness. I'll do all the research and do like the science stuff. I love that kind of stuff.
That'd be really awesome.
I just said stuff like 4 times. It probably does not make me sound very academic, but I have been up for several hours.
You know, honest to God, I have been thinking about having a podcast for like an hour right after this slot.
That would be so fun.
Because last week I
and
had...
then it would go late. It'd be like from 10 to 11, and it'd be like deep talks at night.
Exactly. You know, we could have the nice, smooth voice going on. But last week when I had my friend Sam on, she was like, I don't know why you didn't use... Because, you know, my DJ name is Dexter. And she was like, why didn't you use the name Dexter's Laboratory? Like, that just fits. And I was like, yeah, you're right. And I was like, wait a minute. That could be the podcast name. And so I'm like, when can I get this done?
Yes,
And I'm
yes,
like,
yes.
I
I'm
started thinking about battery
I'm
noises
So for it.
and graphics and stuff. Look out for Dexter's Laboratory probably coming up after spring break because I want to have a spring break to get all of it set.
That would be so cool.
I'll definitely message you about it. We
Oh,
can
yeah,
have a
most
whole
definitely.
conversation about this.
Oh my word. I'm so excited.
It's gonna be fun.
Ideas. We love new ideas.
Exactly. But before we go, one last question for you. How do you think you did tonight?
Oh.
Because I mean, I think you,
Oh,
15
thanks.
out of 10 here, man. Like
Aw,
by
I'm
far.
blushing. Thank you. Well, I mean, I've missed performing, so I know I definitely felt really good performing.
Right. Oh no, you definitely sounded like it too. You're
That
really
was so
into it.
nice. It's just so nice.
I had a lot of people texting me. They're like, "Wow, she's really playing with all the heart and soul." And I was like, "Oh
Aw,
yeah, you
that's
should
so-
see her. She's
aw,
doing
that's
it."
so precious. Oh my goodness. I'm slightly under the weather, so vocally I was like, oh well, we'll see what happens. And you know what? It happened. So that's about all I can ask for at this point. Is I didn't lose my voice, so
Right.
this was definitely a good performance in my book. And I
Nice.
love this setting, which makes it like 20 times more cool.
Right.
Because it's just it's weird because it's an intimate setting and yet it's being broadcast
Everywhere.
it's so strange. It's you know, I love that kind of
It is-
stuff.
it is
Thinking about
definitely weird.
perspective.
Yeah. No. It is a nice. The atmosphere, TM, is really good in here. But anyway, don't go anywhere. Got a little bit of Radiohead coming up. And you want to say bye to Lizzie. I know you do. So stay right here. We'll be right back.
Which song?
Pack my
Oh,
sardines
yes.
in a
Oh,
Christian
heck
box.
yes. Wait, are you doing Madness by Muse after?
Uh-huh.
Oh, why are you doing this to me? Alright, so I'm a huge
Muse.
Muse fan. And I love Radiohead. They're both fantastic. And I'd always like heard the songs and enjoyed them until I was in marching band, and we had a marching band show called The Chaos Theory.
Oh, okay.
And we took like one classical song at the beginning and then mixed it up, and then we played it was like it was percussion. It was like very, very mallet and synth heavy, like our pit. It was so cool. But then we transitioned into I can't even remember what song we did first. It was a Radiohead song, and I'm just being stupid and I can't remember it. It's not that one. We did exit music for a film second. I can remember
Love it.
that one. It's beautiful. I'm obsessed with that piece. I love sitting down at the guitar.
What was the first one that... I'm trying to think of melody, because I know them all by heart.
It's just, I know so many, and I'm like, which one was it? Crap. Give me a second. It'll come to me. I could honestly look it up, because I have it on my Dropbox somewhere.
Oh, really?
I think I still have the dots, like, giving people...
Oh, wow. You have the...
I was a section leader that year, so, yeah.
Over the summer, I taught marching band.
Oh,
It was
no
funny.
way!
Well, I did.
That's awesome!
I've never done, like, I never marched. I was always in the
Yeah.
pit. I only did 1 year of it. And I was like, yeah, I can teach them mallets and stuff. And they're like, oh my God, we've never had a dedicated person for the pit. Can you please come do that? And I was like, I would love to.
Sure.
So I get there and they start giving me all these charts. And they're like, here's some charts for you. You know, just tell the kids if they're doing it right or wrong. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I don't know how to read these. So that was fun.
Alright, I'm just gonna look it up, because
Please
I
do.
know it. I know it. Why am I being so silly? My head is just dead. I'm gonna hit myself, I know it, as soon as I open it up. Oh, I'm so stupid. It was Paranoid Android.
Oh,
Duh!
a classic.
Duh! Yes, if I would have just remembered the theme, I would have remembered it. Oh my gosh. But it was awesome. And when you translate that into a band setting,
Oh yeah, definitely.
oh my goodness, it was beautiful. And then we ended with Madness by Muse, because it made sense, because it was like the chaos.
Right,
theory,
right, of
And it
course.
was, I loved that show. That was probably my favorite show. Although, I am partial to the one that I was drum major for,
Yeah.
because I loved that show. It's called Rain or Shine. It's so fun. We opened with Ain't No Sunshine.
Okay.
And then, I'm gonna be honest, I can't remember what we did next. That's terrible. Lizzie. We had a symphony movement that was really pretty. I can remember the conducting pattern for it. And then we had a do, 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 do. I can't remember.
I love watching this process.
I'm racking my brain trying to
Right,
figure it
right.
out. I remember we ended with Blue Skies, if that. That was really fun. There was a beautiful. Now that I know how to arrange for horns, I have so much respect for whoever arranged our music because there was such a beautiful saxophone solo in that. Also in Madness
Yeah.
for that, and sometimes I forget I played saxophone. I'm not even kidding. Sometimes I have it in my apartment. It's not like it's there. I know
Right.
I play it. I used to play. There was some crazy
Yeah, I didn't even
stuff
realize
in
you
that
played
music.
that.
I mean, I was proficient at it. And then I picked it up last semester, and let's just say I definitely have
Forgot.
lost that dexterity. It's not I can still play, and I remember how to play the instrument, but I hadn't played for like a year and a half.
Right.
So my embouchure, like my mouth hurt because I just wasn't built up, and I don't think I played it since that part last semester. But I'm gonna start doing it again because I know I love it.
Mhm.
And that's so random. Sometimes I forget that. Like when I'm here, people are like, "What do you play?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm a vocalist. You know, I play piano and guitar." Like every vocalist always says. You know, throwing a ukulele from time to time.
Right.
And then I'm like, oh, that's right. I kind of played alto saxophone for, what, 7 or 8 years? Like,
You just forget sometimes?
sometimes I forget to say it. So now I'm, like, making an effort to, remember to say it.
And saxophone.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. I played alto sax. They're like, really? No way. I'm like, yeah, true statement. They're like, what kind? I was like, just band. I'm like, just band. I can't play jazz. Please don't ask me to play jazz.
Oh, gosh.
As much as I would love to, I wanted to join the jazz band, but it was always during a class period that I either was not at the school when I went to a career center for half the day.
Okay.
In like 20 minutes away or whatever. Or I had to take, I think it was English, my second year. Because the first year I didn't even know that it existed, but the second year I had to take English then. So that was unfortunate. Because I chose symphonic band because
Right.
it's funny. I've had people ask. They're like, "So, like, how good were you?" I'm like, please don't ask me that. Or,
Why would you ask someone that question?
I will tell you. Well, some people just don't know how to ask socially normal questions.
Right.
And I mean that makes sense. It's a good thing to ask. And I'm like, all right, yes, I will. If it makes you feel better, you're 40 times better than I ever will be at
Right.
at the instrument. But I was good enough. I mean, I was good enough to be in the upper band when I was first chair. So I'm like, but that wasn't saying much considering that there were 2 of us
Yeah.
that year, and then a third who was classically trained on the instrument. And I was like, you know what, Emma, congratulations, you are now first chair because
That was like a.
we split. I mean, we both played.
Right.
She had been playing saxophone since she was, gosh, probably was like 11 or something. Oh no, I guess that was me too. No, she had been playing since she was 9, I think. She had a couple years on me when she transferred schools to the same middle school I was in. She was like a freak of nature. We're like, whoa. She had been taking lessons
Right.
with a private instructor, but she never played jazz. Never. You know what? I guess I lied. I was in a jazz band all through middle school. But that didn't count. It was not difficult.
Right.
We were still playing, like, the most intricate rhythms we'd have would be like 2 eighth notes, an eighth note, and 2 16ths, and then back to a quarter note. You know,
Right,
it's like it wasn't intense. The greatest tied rhythm we had was maybe an eighth note tied to a quarter note.
Oh boy. Don't.
Imaginary bar lines.
Don't even do
man.
that. Don't even do that.
You know, so, but I think one of my favorite memories from that is we played tequila.
We played tequila for my steel drum ensemble.
No way.
Yeah. And we had. Okay, there was this guy
Tequila.
named Liam Tigay, and he came in for that. Oh wait, no, that was with Shelly. Oh, Shelly became a meme because this dude was just way too into steel drums, and like when he played that, he was like, "Yeah, okay, all right, ready?" And he had like the mic. He just like we'd all stop and he go, "Tequila," and then we go, and it just wasn't in time, but he was having a good time, so everyone else did.
Cute. That's awesome. Steel drums are amazing.
There used to be an
Have you-
ensemble here.
So yes, and I think there is one, but I don't think it's every semester because I've seen the videos.
Yep.
And I saw a video recently of someone who was in it. I can't don't remember who it was. I was like, ask and connect you. I don't remember.
I remember the
don't
guy.
remember who it was.
I tried, and then there were only like 2 people in it, and then he was like, "Yeah, we can't
Yeah.
continue."
But I had a student over 5 weeks whose principal is steel drums. He'll
Right.
be here next semester, which is really fun. Are we?
10 seconds, yeah.
While it has been fun, the show must be terminated. Commencing show termination in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I've had so much fun on the show tonight. It's been amazing. Lizzie, what an amazing performance that you gave.
Thank you so much.
Really, it was great, and played some amazing songs by Berkeley people like Vertical 4A, and of course, Lizzie's amazing songs too. And I really hope I can have you on the show again. Maybe
Oh,
next year at this time.
Yes. That's it. It's an annual thing.
But anyway, I really hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend, and have fun. Thank you for tuning in. Favorite part of the show right here. Favorite part. I always say this.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.
And then we fade back up the Mac audio. End of show.
Oh, good. I think I got it.
Whenever I was trying to find things to put in for like 80s stuff.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. That's your
Ferris
that's your
Bueller's Day.
theme. That's so cute. Oh my word. All right. So my best friend. Hi Nicole. I love you so much. She's texting me, and she goes, "Oh no, he's gonna turn off YouTube in a second," because
Yes, I am.
she hasn't seen me in a while, and I love you. If you're free, call me tonight. Oh, thank you so much for having me. This is such a blast.
Of course.
This
I'll help
is
you.
so much fun.
I'll help you clean up too. So thanks for watching. For people watching now and in the future.